Hi, my name is Jeffrey Martin, and some of you might know me as Andy Ly's partner of 25 years. We have what we think is probably the most exciting investment opportunity that has come along in my lifetime, or probably your lifetime. We have come across probably hundreds and thousands of people who have told us they can cure cancer. And as an investor, you know, we always look at it with a jaundiced eye and say, oh, sure, sure, sure. But this is different. I have personal experience with this because my wife was diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer. Approximately 2 weeks ago, my wife was put into Florida hospital with a pulse rate of 146. Her blood pressure was 170 over 101, and her oncologist said that she would not make it out of the ICU unit. And I was in fear of losing my wife forever. And that's when I called Dr. Dwayne Smith from the Delta Institute and asked him to help me. My wife was laying in the ICU unit, the intensive care unit of Florida Hospital, and her oncologist came in, and it's a lady doctor, and she came and put her arm around me and consoled me and said that your wife would not make it out of here alive, that the cancer has eaten up her bowels and that she was going to die. And I was devastated, of course. And so I called Dr. Dwayne Smith of the Delta Institute and asked him to please help me. And he immediately FedExed me out a vial of the BX antitoxin, of which I administered to my wife 2 cc's by injection while she was laying dying, supposedly dying, in the ICU unit. And within 24 hours of receiving that injection, she began to miraculously recover. And within 36 hours of getting that injection, she was taken out of the ICU unit and put into the regular hospital. My oncologist was scratching her head. She had no idea what the heck was going on. Her blood pressure went from over 100 by over 176 over 101 back to almost normal of 120 over 86 within 36 hours. And her pulse was 146 when she came in, dropped down to 110 very quickly. And I knew then that she was going to make it. And within 36 hours of her receiving the BX antitoxin injection, her bowel functions began to come back, and she began to use the restroom on a normal basis. And it's really hard for me to say. Her appetite came back because she had dropped down to 96 pounds, and she began eating again. And I knew then that I was on something special here. And after 48 hours, her calcium and her potassium and her magnesium started coming back to normal levels, where before she was at critical levels. And I took her home about 4 or 5 days after I initially took her into the hospital, where she was supposed to have died. And once I got her home, she had very large tumors, one directly over her belly button, and the other one in the center of just below her belly button, and a third one just below that. And they got really hard at first, and they swelled up, but then they began to miraculously go away. And it really is a miracle, because her tumors now are half the size that they were, and they are beginning to slowly melt away. And I'm going to be forever grateful to Dr. Smith for saving my wife's life.